Well, I think anybody that's worked on a roof, you understand that the entire roof's a hazard. When you're up there on a slope, I mean, you can slip on something, you can step on your rope and put you on your back, and here you are sliding down the roof. And so there's a lot of obvious hazards. I mean, one, being so high up on some cases, having skylights, open windows, if you remove them to put a new one on, you know, it's a hazard to fall in the home. Rotted wood, when you're tearing off a roof, the unforeseen stuff that you don't see, you tear off the shingles, next thing you know, you got delaminated plywood and guys will step through. That's happened to us multiple times where guys, you know, luckily haven't gone all the way through, but you'll scrape your leg or you know, bruise yourself pretty good. But I think everything on a roof is hazardous. I mean, once you step off that ladder, or I should say, once you step on that ladder, you need to be paying attention and ready for anything.
We had a kid fall in Seaside, and he fell about 45 feet. He was 30 years old. You know how long it took to ruin the rest of his life? Probably less than 2 seconds. And they don't do that math. You know, this kid fell a long way, broke a lot of bones, but less than 2 seconds. And it's all changed.
Metal roofs are probably the most prone for accidents because of the sharp edges and having to cut and detail with those. And the slip hazard on metal roofs is a lot more, is a lot higher for slips on metal roofs. When it comes to the slip hazards, it's really a hard thing to work with. You can't really do much. They do have some shoes that have a kind of a felt pad on the bottom of them that help with that a little bit, but when it gets really dusty in the summertime, it really makes it hard to work on. So really just planning your work so that you're not having to go back over things is really key. Giving the employees gloves so that they can cut and work around the metal and minimize the chance of cutting their hands and fingers is really a critical point with that too. And learning proper methods of cutting, because there are right and wrong ways to cut metal. And if the employees learn the right way, then that can help reduce a lot of risk as well. As well, we look at the heat in the summer months, really are a critical time to watch out for heat exhaustion, as well as dehydration with the crews working. So that is one of the things that we go over in our safety meetings a lot, starting in May, June, July, August. We go over that, things to look for with heat exhaustion, things to look for with dehydration, making sure the crews are taking their breaks so they can hydrate themselves. We've actually gone through steps where we provide the electrolyte little pouches that they can add to their water to make sure they're getting the electrolytes and the water they need. When it comes to working on the roof with the different materials, whether it's asphalt shingles or metal or tile or slate, there's different aspects for each one that you have to be careful of. Asphalt shingles, when it gets hot, they really hold the heat, can really, you know, enable that dehydration and heat exhaustion to happen. They get hot, you know, you can burn your fingers a little bit. The granules though are pretty rough, and so you can actually, you know, you lay enough shingles, you can actually wear through your skin. You know, putting those down. Wintertime when they're cold, you know, they're stiff, they're rigid. They can, you know, if the wind starts blowing, I have been on roofs where the wind will actually grab the shingles and start popping them on you. So one of the things that we also look at as far as the safety of a job is the power lines. If there's a power line that's running right up close to the roof, or if it runs across the roof, if it's anywhere one of our employees could actually touch it or bump into it, then we have the power company come out and they put their protective shrouds over the line. So really all aspects of roofing have an inherent danger to them. It's just making sure you get set up to give your employees the best safety practice possible.